Have you ever said to yourself, okay, I want more in my life. I want to connect. I want to feel empowered and enlightened. I want to really feel like I'm not alone, that I can trust my instincts, that I'm making better decisions for myself, my family, my friends, my children, and that I'm empowered. Okay. That I feel like I'm walking with confidence. If that is you, then you're in the right place because intuition is the key to it all. For those of you that don't know me, like I said, my name is Larissa, and I'm the creator of Goddess Giving. Okay, we are recording. All right, guys, ladies, gentlemen, gods and goddesses, welcome. I am so happy to have you guys here. Okay, I'm so honored that you're spending time with me. I really want to thank you because you could be doing anything and you chose to do this. So that's number one. As I mentioned before, Kim and Rosella are the Goddess Giving team. Any questions, let them know down below or in the chat. It's going to be hard for me to kind of monitor the chat, but Kim and Rosella will message me if I need to know anything. So do I have your permission to begin? Are you excited? Are you ready? Have you ever said to yourself, okay, I want more in my life. I want to connect. I want to feel empowered and enlightened. I want to really feel like I'm not alone, that I can trust my instincts, that I'm making better decisions for myself, my family, my friends, my children, and that I'm empowered. Okay. That I feel like I'm walking with confidence. If that is you, then you're in the right place because intuition is the key to it all. For those of you that don't know me, like I said, my name is Larissa, and I'm the creator of Goddess Giving. When I created Goddess Giving, the reason why I created it was so that I could give to all of you. It was an actual message that was given to me by my guides. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but I knew that I had to serve. And I feel like many of you are at that place in your life where you know you're being called to your purpose work. If that's you, say me in the comments. So I'm constantly getting messages from people, about, spiritual things, but I'm also getting message about personal things. You guys all love my hair. So honestly, thank you for the compliments. You really know how to make a girl feel good about herself. Um, and you love my hair. So what I've done is if you go, I'm going to do a little bit of housekeeping. If you go into my links, I have an Amazon store. All my favorite things are there. Everything I use, everything that I'm using tonight, from my decks to my favorite books, to a specific crystal that I have picked. It's all in my shop where I have everything that you're seeing on this live. Like, for example, tonight, I want to start with one of my favorite books. Okay. And this is one of my favorite books. It's by Kyle Gray and it's called Angel Numbers. Now, I'm a big believer of angel numbers, and I believe you all are as well. And every once in a while, you can Google it, you can look these things up, but I love to see other people's interpretations. So whenever I do a reading, I start with one of Kyle's numbers, but then I add my numerology interpretation of that number. Okay. So I feel like we're getting like a double whammy. So one of the things that I want to do is I want to start with an angel number to ground us. Okay. So take a minute and bring in spirit and just honor the fact that we're together, honor the fact that you're receiving this messages, and just say the words that you are open to receiving the messages that you need for your highest good tonight, so that you know what you need to do for the next step, for the next phase, or where you should be moving. And the number that I have my finger on is 214. So write it down. It's going to be a sign. And this is so crazy because we are in a year of the twos, right? So the two is represented, and the two is about peace and partnership and cooperation. It's about going slow and steady wins the race. I don't know if you guys have ADHD like me. I want what I want and I want it now, right? Well, this angel number 214 is saying, slow, all in divine timing. The one is about the self. So spirit is coming in to support you. Two is spirit, right? Two, divine partnership coming in to support you. The number 21 is about communication and expression and clarity. And the number 4 is about building your future. And when we put this all together, we get an energy that's represented by spiritual truth seeking and finding your true north. It means that your relationships with your angels are stronger than ever, and you're going to feel it. So this is really cool, because when we see this number 21 4 or 214 or 214, it's spirit telling you they're there to support you. Okay, now that is going to be our grounding number for this reading. And it's so important because we're in the month of April and we're going into a Pluto retrograde, which is going to be the planet of psychic abilities. All right. So you are going to start to feel your psychic powers more than you've ever felt them before. You're going to get intuitive hits and downloads and messages and signs and symbols. So my question to you is, are you ready? Are you open? And are you excited to really embrace this side of who you are? And are you able to use this in your day-to-day life? One of the things that I picked for tonight is I always like to start a reading with a crystal. So before I do a reading, I will hold a crystal and I will ask for its energy to come through. And the crystal that I picked for us tonight, if you can see it, is angel light. It's absolutely beautiful. Do you see that? It's stunning. And this crystal is, rough. I love when crystals are rough on one side, and then they're kind of smooth. Angel light is going to help open your third eye. And that is where we receive intuitive messages. So that is why I picked this. I have a treat for you guys. I've been working very hard for the last 6 months to find a reputable, ethical company, store, a metaphysical store that sources ethically and that I absolutely fell in love with. It's a local a store called Amityville Apothecary, and it's in Farmingdale, Long Island. Okay. And I'm so excited because they ship all over, and I'm going to be doing live workshops, meet and greets, and readings at their store in June. I am so excited. For those of you that want to start your spiritual journey and start building your crystals, I like to say once a month, buy a little crystal. You can go to their shop, and they were nice enough to give us a discount code. Okay, write it down, Goddess 15. You're going to save 15%. And trust me, crystals are expensive. So you want that savings, okay? And I'm just really excited that they were willing to do that for us, because believe it or not, I have been trying to find someone and not everybody wants to do that. So with that being said, I am ready to go, and I'm not going to stop for 90 minutes, okay? So Denise, Maria, Ellen, I see all you beautiful people, Barbara, Haley, such beautiful faces. I'm ready to go. So when you go into any of my links, I have to say this before, I'm a little nervous. Please know that I never solicit. I will never message you. I will never follow you. I will never ask you or say that, I will never say that, oh, I feel some negative energy. There's a lot of fake accounts, okay? Please block and report. It is not me. I do not follow or message you for your own protection. Spiritual energy has to be an exchange. If you want a private reading or you want to join my membership, you have to click my link in my website. Or if you go into my milkshake account, you'll see everything. That's where my Amazon store is. That's where it all is. It's all there. All right. Now, I'm really excited. Let's get going. All right. If you're ready, I'd like to start with a prayer. Okay. Now, you don't have to be religious to pray. This is more of an invitation. And you can just take a minute and just kind of let's just do this together and just listen to my words. And I asked your angels, thank you for bringing us all together, for we are here to raise the awareness, to raise our energy so we can receive your divine love. We trust in all the messages that we're receiving, both today and in the future, is for our highest good. We are willing and ready to ignite our intuition and co-create a life with you for our highest good and all that we love, for all those that we love, okay? It feels so good to know that Spirit has our back and everything is always working out for us. So what is intuition, right? Intuition is your higher self, your soul, the universe, the divine, higher consciousness. It is the divine speaking right to you, but it's a different language. It's this deep sense of knowing. It's this energy that's a greater force. Like, you ever just have a gut feeling, something that tells you go right when you should have went left, or, that you just got a bad feeling. It's protection, it's safety, it's security. And we all have this sixth sense. All right. Our bodies are alerting us. It's knowing without proof. It's seeing the unseen. And it's this inner guided system. Intuition is your spiritual team continuously guiding you to your highest timeline. Think of your team as puzzle masters, okay? And I want you to think of your life as a giant puzzle. And the spiritual team is navigating you. Get this piece, get that piece, get this piece, get that piece. And it's actually showing you how to put this puzzle together. The only job that you have is to listen, to trust, and to allow. And life is a big obstacle. We all know this. So our lives are extremely busy. We're on our phones. We're doing the dishes. We're working. We're listening to music. We're constantly multitasking. And what happens is we've become so good at multitasking that we are so bad at tuning in, because we tune everything out. Do you agree? Yes or no? If you agree, let me know in the comments. So what do we do? How do we do this? Well, Spirit wants to create with you. And I want you to write this down. You must create a bookend for your day. What that means is we must start with Spirit and we must end with Spirit. I don't want to make your life any harder than it already has to be. So this is not something that should take a lot of time. When I say start with your Spirit and end with Spirit, it's allowing your team to come in because they know your deepest desires. They know your authentic self, and they understand the world in which you're living. They understand your pain. So your energy, which is a body of energy, a system of consciousness, it's love, it's higher energy, it's higher light, it's wisdom. And this body of energy has no limits, no boundaries, and it is connected to the spiritual world, not when you die, but right now, because you are a spiritual being having a human experience. So you don't have to leave this earth to connect to your spiritual team, right? We get full access today. So to do this, we are going to start our day with an intention. Write that down. And it is to work with Spirit. So in your intention, you can do it on your phone, you can do it on a journal, wherever you want. You're going to ask Spirit in for guidance, messages, support, where you're going to surrender, you're going to ask help with the day. So for example, I was having a lot of technical difficulties with this Zoom. And I woke up this morning and I said to Spirit, I'm so excited for class. Please help me, deliver an amazing class and everything goes smoothly. And as the day went on and things were like taking longer or things weren't working out, I knew that I had set my intention that spirit has my back. So every time, if I told you guys what I had to do to get this all to work within like minutes of it happening, every time something didn't work, I said, it's okay. Spirit has my back. Spirit's got my back. We're co-creating. It's going to be fine. And believe it or not, it's all working out. All right. So at the end of the day, you set your intention in the beginning. At the end of the day, you have to end your day with gratitude. 3 things. That's it. 3 things that you are grateful for. 3 things. If you do this for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, you are going to become so intuitively connected. When we communicate with our angels, our guides, our ascended masters, and our departed loved ones, we do this through being connected. So if you don't make effort to connect, how are they going to connect with you? Let me ask you a question. You have a sibling? You have a best friend? What if you never pick up the phone to call them? You never message them? I mean, how easy, like, how do you connect with them? How many friendships have you had that after some time of not speaking to them, these friendships kind of just dissolve? They're not as strong. You still love the person, but they're just not so present in your life, right? Yeah. So that's the same thing. If you don't strengthen the connection with spirit, then how are you going to hear from them? So when we connect with our intuition, we're going to get messages, and we're going to get, the messages are going to come in through thoughts. They're going to come in through visual. They're going to come in through auditory, which is my strongest way. So when I actually do a reading with you guys, I will get on a Zoom, we will FaceTime, and then I shut my Zoom off because I need to listen to your energy field. My gift is listening. There are 4 basic ways that you can interpret and in tune your messages. All right. So write these down. The first one are thoughts, emotions, the physical body, and our energy field. Number 1, an emotional intuitive. Emotional intuitives are deeply attuned to energy and other people's energy and their emotions. Okay. Have you ever said, oh, I just felt her energy. I felt her sadness. You feel emotions. That's number 1. Number 2 is mental intuitives. This is how I interpret as well. Mental intuitives will get a thought. They will receive thoughts and mental energy. Mental, like it's just in their mind's eye, and it's like, it's your thoughts, but it was like placed there. Okay. I actually, as you do this for a long time, you'll start to use all of the different ways, but you have to identify which is your strongest. Okay. So the next one, number 3, is a spiritual intuitive. A spiritual intuitive receives energy through their aura, through their energy field. Some spiritual intuitives will see color. Some spiritual energy, hold on, they'll see color, they'll feel things. Hold on, there's people in the waiting room. Hold on. Damn it. How do I do this? Okay. Sorry, I got distracted. So then we have a physical intuitive. Number 4. Physical intuitives will absorb energy into the body. They take on other people's energy as their own. It's very common to interpret more than one way, combination of all 4. And this is just the basic, guys. I can go very deep into different characteristics of the ways we interpret, but this is just a general kind of overall teaching. So start to recognize how you interpret. Does anyone here have an idea of how they interpret? Let me know in the comments if you think you're interpreting through emotions, mental, thoughts, spiritual, or physical. And let's see. So Sam is mental, Donna, Haley's emotional. Yes, you could be a combination. This is really good. Carly is emotional. And the reason why this is so important is because you have to recognize your strongest antenna, your strongest signal. And I apologize if I sound a little congested. I do have a little bit of like a cold, so I'm sorry. So now this is our opportunity to ignite these gifts, to gain and trust, and to practice how to communicate with the other side. All right. So here we go. Step one, to trust yourself. Let go of forcing how you want to communicate and allow spirit to communicate how they see best. Discover how you're already communicating. And this is the most important step in igniting your intuition. Because if you cannot trust yourself, your body, your energy, then it's like they're calling home and the line is being dropped, right? Or there's a bad connection and they can't get through to you. So what happens is they'll just start speaking to someone else, right? Because you're not receiving it. Have you ever had, and we're going to go into this now, I don't know about you guys, but I receive a lot of messages through words, through thoughts, symbols, signs, synchronicities. Okay. So it's a big, wide variety of messages. The common angel signs. Now, if you are unsure of what an angel sign is, or how to trust that angels are speaking to you, you can assign a symbol. You can ask your guides to show you this for like your yes confirmation, your positive confirmation. So you could say, I want to see, a purple turtle. And then I know that I'm on the right path. You could really do that. All right. But you can't get upset if it doesn't come right away. You have to be patient. Okay. So it could be a feeling in your gut, in your heart. A lot of times people will feel it in their sacral. All right, which is down below. They'll feel like a tightening. They'll feel like a shortness of breath, or they'll feel like a heartache, or, love or expansion. It could be perfume. You could smell something, a visual of a departed loved one. You could hear their voice, a dream. How many of you have had vivid dreams, right? You could just have this feeling, the sensation that your loved one on the other side is near you. Maybe it's you get a feeling, insight, future insight that's going to help somebody or yourself in a situation. It's almost like you're receiving advice. Okay. You can get mental signs, physical signs, emotional signs. And what you're doing is you're developing a language between you and spirit. So I'll give you an example. My father, one of my signs for my father is the Marine symbol, the Marine sticker, Semper Fi. So if I'm ever in a reading and my guides show me a Marine, or they show me that Marine symbol, I know that this is a protective energy. And it's for me to tell my reader, my client, that they are being protected, they're being guided, they have a father figure around them. So your spiritual team will start to speak to you in things that have meaning to you. Do you understand that? If you saw the Semper Fi symbol, it would mean nothing to you. Does that make sense? Yeah, thumbs up. Okay. So now it's your turn. So I want you to get a pen and we're going to do a little bit of a journal exercise right now. So if you're watching or you're doing this on the recording, you need to do this exercise, or you could just write out the directions and do it later. All right. I want you to think of a time in your life when you knew or you just felt something was so off, so wrong, and it didn't feel right. Yeah. Okay. And you listened and you trusted it. Okay. You listened and you trusted it. Give me 1 second. I thought I was going to sneeze. Okay. So you listened and you trusted it. Can you tell me what happened after? Hold on 1 second. Okay. I'm so sorry. I had to sneeze. Okay. Nothing like going away on a vacation and coming back from Disney a little sick, right? Okay. So you trusted it and you listened. What ended up happening? Is there anybody that wants to raise their hand and give me an example of a time that you listened to your gut, you trusted it, and then you could tell me what happened? Did it go well? Like kind of vague. Okay, so I see Deborah. Hey, Deborah.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. My one time, me and my husband used to ride motorcycles a lot. And we were at a gas station getting gas before going on a group ride. It wasn't far from the house. I got to the gas station and I just started feeling almost like a panicky,
Wow.
like almost like a panic attack kind of feeling. And I said, you know what, let's just ride local. Let's not go to the group today. Let's just, and my husband's, he's supportive. He understands sometimes, I could be, that way. And he says he was a little concerned. He says, okay, that's fine. Later on that day, we learned that the group that we rode with, there was a severe accident and 2 people were killed.
Wow.
That were riding in the group, and somebody crossed the double yellow line and right into a group of a couple bikers.
Wow.
So, you don't know. We could have been involved in that, but at that time I was like, see?
Yeah. Well, thank you, Deborah. Thank you for sharing and thank you for listening. Okay. So, Deborah, I'm going to mute you, but I'm going to keep talking about it. But that is a perfect example of our guides wanting to protect us. All right. So, as you go through this exercise, I want you to do exactly what Deborah just beautifully gave us an example of. I want you to write down all the times that you trusted your instincts, and I want you to write down how it turned out for you. Okay. Because she just said, I had a gut feeling. So right away, Deborah needs to recognize that that is her sign. She's going to feel it in her body. All right. Now, I want you to do the opposite. I want you to think of a time in your life where you felt something was off and you did not trust it. Okay. Can you think of a time in your life where something was off and you didn't trust it? What ended up happening? How many times did you go into a relationship when you were a teenager and you kind of knew maybe that this relationship was not that good, but you stayed anyway? And you had to endure a little bit more pain than if you would have left, right? Or how many times did you go to a party when you knew you shouldn't have, and then you all got in trouble? You had a bad feeling. Like, what happened when you didn't listen? And I can think of a lot of times that I didn't listen, but I also have a lot of more times that I did listen. And what happened to me was like the final straw. When many of you know my story, where my son had a traumatic birth experience and I listened to my instincts. I was not in labor. Make a long story short, I woke up and I heard that something was wrong with my son. And I was being told by my guides to get to the hospital immediately. And when I did, he had absolutely no heartbeat. And my son was born in 11 minutes. I didn't know this at the time, but he was suffering because I had no fluid and the cord was around his neck, and he had about 2 hours left of life before he would have been a stillborn. And that is when I said, okay, I can't ignore my gifts anymore. And I really hope that you don't have to come to a tragic or a near death experience or a really scary experience to wake you up and shift your soul and say, you need to trust your body, your heart, your mind, your soul. And one of the things that you can do is the sway technique. All right. It's an energy technique to listen to your body for yes or no answers. Has anyone ever heard of the sway technique? I know Susan has. Would you like me to show you the sway technique? Barbara has. Yeah, you guys want the sway technique? It's very simple. All right. You basically are going to stand in a position where your body will lean forward for yes, lean back for no. You have to ask a series of questions that establishes your yes pull or your no pull. So you would say, my name is Larissa, and your body goes forward. My name is Jen, and your body pulls back. And it establishes your yes or your no. Are any of you familiar with pendulums? I'm sure you are. It's just like a pendulum, which you can also use. But I love the fact that we use our body. God gave us our bodies to be a giant antenna to receive messages. It is a pendulum. So use this if you're ever stuck. Should I go to the party? Should I go here? Yes or no? And start to trust it. Okay. Start to do this throughout your day. Now, step 2 is to become consciously aware. We are stepping in a time right now where so many people are waking up and the veil is being lifted like never before. And we are raising and we are rising and we are all aligning. What happens is once you step into the spiritual space as a powerful, conscious creator, you are gifted with this knowledge. Not everybody has it. Not everybody wants it. And what happens is you are being chosen to become consciously aware. You don't have to do what I do. You don't even have to work in the spiritual space, but you need to accept the fact that you're a conscious creator. And once this veil is lifted, you are now in a heightened state and you can never go back. I wish I sometimes could go back to when I was naive to it, right? Maybe I could just walk around like everybody else and be blind to it all, but I can't. And I don't want to. But this comes with a lot of responsibility. You may not be sure of what's happening to you, but you are aware that something is different and that changes are happening. You feel different. You feel like you are connected to something greater. You feel like you're a part of this universal secret. You see the universe as a living, breathing vibration that is speaking to you. And you start to see that you are creating together. The problem is, like I said before, we spend so much time multitasking. We're always distracted and we're completing our lists. We're on our phones and we do not make time to quiet our minds, to become conscious and aware of our thoughts. So I'm going to throw that word out there, meditation. And I'm going to challenge you as a conscious creator to hold space. Let's not talk about meditation. Let's hold space to connect to our spiritual team. Let's listen to our intuition and slow down. So maybe if you're coming home from work, you spend 5 minutes in the car about a block away just to collect yourself before you go into the house. It doesn't have to be long. You don't have to do yoga all day. but we have to slow our minds down so we can hear, so we can feel it, so we can sense it. All right. Do you remember when you were young and you'd go for a sleepover? Yeah. How many of us had sleepovers? I used to love sleepovers. You pack your bag. I don't know. I was always exploring, like, what kind of food do they have? Like, what's their snacks? You know, I was 13 years old when I discovered that meatloaf was not made on a frying pan on the top of the stove. Okay. At a sleepover, I'm like, wait, you make meatloaf in the oven? What the heck is going on here? Right. We sleep over our friends' houses and we are open to a whole new world because it's a new experience, right? You are in a heightened state. You're aware. And it's like, you remember you'd go to sleep, but you would hear every little noise. What was that? What was that? You're so aware of the sounds. Like, that doesn't happen in my house. The toilet bowl doesn't flush like that. The radiators don't make these noises because you were open. And I want you to understand, because you're uncomfortable, you had to tune in your own home, in your own life. You're so distracted, you're not tuning in. So I want you to think about that. Comfortable means you're not paying attention. When you are walking, when you are sitting, when you're doing your task, ask for the signs that you might have missed. Pay attention. Now it's your turn, okay? I want you to think of a time in your life when you were present in your experience, when you were fully listening, fully present, not multitasking, not distracted. And I want you to think of how that experience was. Did it go smoother? Did you feel more success? Did you feel like you were able to get a better job done? All right. Think about that. Think about what it's like to not multitask. When was the last time you didn't multitask? Now, will you carve out time in your daily life where you can dedicate 5, 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes of uninterrupted time every single day where you can sit with your conscious mind? Can you do that? Will you do that? When will you start? And here's what I'm going to say to you. I know that we can come up with every excuse as to why we don't have time for that, right? But you are literally telling me that you are not worth 5 minutes, that you are not worth 10 minutes, that you are not worth 15 minutes. That your spiritual team, your mother, your father, your grandmother, your departed loved ones, your aunts, your uncles on the other side, they're not worth 5 minutes. They are. You deserve that love. Yeah. So I want you to think of it as a disservice to them because they just want 5 minutes with you. And when I think of that, when I put my mother's face and my father's face in that image, I think I went the whole day and I didn't give her 5 minutes of uninterrupted time. How selfish of me. Meanwhile, if she was alive, I would talk to her for 30 minutes, an hour, right? But because she's not physically here, it's like I'm not making time for her. And I want you to literally think that you're going to pick up the phone and you're going to talk to your departed loved ones. You are developing this connection. And number 3, the third step is tuning into it, leaning into it, having fun with it, practice it. You know, intuition is not usually in your face. It's not like a flashlight, or a strobe light. Here's your message. No, it's soft, it's gentle, it's quick, and it's fast. It's this little whisper. It's not anxious, it's love, and it's really soothing. I'm going to use this example, all right? I think I spoke about this on my live today, but I'm going to do it again. When I was younger, I was the baby sister. Okay. And I have an older sister who's amazing, but she could be a little bit of a boss, those older siblings. And we shared a room and we'd be up late. And we used to watch TV, and we had that, channel 2, channel 4, channel 5. You had to tune the channel. We didn't have a remote. Okay. We were not fancy. And we had an antenna. And every once in a while, the picture would get fuzzy, right? And grainy. And my sister would say, go fix the antenna, go tune it in. Go ahead, Larissa. And then I would go and she'd go to the left, to the right. And I would sit there like an idiot holding up this antenna. And okay, that's perfect. And then I would let go and she'd go, no. Go back. And okay, I got it. I got it, Jess. And then I'm standing there behind the TV, holding this antenna so she can watch TV. Right? I was tuning it in so perfectly. That is what divine partnership is. It's tuning in this antenna. All right. And I want you to think of every time you go into this space for 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 minutes, you're just tuning it in. I had a reading today, and I go into meditation and I just meditate, and I'm asking my guides for a signal, a sign. And I saw this woman. I know nothing about her. I've never met her. All I know is her first name. And I see her standing over a little boy, and she's got her arms like a mama bear. You ever put your arms around your kid? Like, I got you. But it was this very protective energy. Like she was worried, and I felt anxiety. I felt worry. I felt fear. And it was this mama bear protecting her son. And all of a sudden the room went dark. It was complete darkness. Like, I'm writing this down. When I meditate, I usually see colors. Okay. Orange, purples, greens, white light. It was the first time I saw black, like trauma black. And then all of a sudden I felt like I couldn't breathe. And then this big swoop of white light came in and like washed it all away. And I saw this man. He was tall, dirty blonde hair. He had some tattoos, walk over to her, and they all held hands. And I felt this giant relief. Now, even today, I say, okay, what does this mean, Larissa? And I sat there and I looked at my notes and I go, all right, she's going to think I'm crazy. I might be wrong, but it's not me doing this work. It's spirit doing it through me. So I received this visual, this emotional, this connection. I wrote it all down. I saw it. I felt it. Now I have to trust it. And I say, okay, spirit, I trust you. She gets on the phone. We start talking and I say, okay, this is what happened. This is what I saw. And when we got more personal and she told me about it, it was everything that she's been going on in her life. And when I told her that the man coming to me was a signal of love, she almost broke down in tears because it gave her hope that her person is there. Okay. And I almost didn't tell her. I'm a human being, right? I worry. Here's what I'm going to say to you. It is not your job to decide if the message is worthy or not, or correct. It's your job to receive it. It's your job to sit with it. It's your job to honor the fact that you even got the message. And it's your job to allow this message to become a beautiful story. Am I making sense? Like, is this connecting? Is this connecting? Okay. When we listen to spirit, we are tuned in, right? Again, I always use the music, the radio station. We're listening to country music and we're hearing Garth Brooks. Does that mean, hip hop station? Does that mean Rihanna? Does that mean that that doesn't exist? You know, a little LL Cool J back in the day, a little Run DMC. Does that mean it doesn't exist? No, we're just tuned into the country station. So if we want to hear the old school rap and hip hop, we have to tune in. Okay. So you are the tuner. You are the little girl and the little boy that's holding up the frequency. You decide how that message is coming in. Spirit comes in many forms. It might sound like interrupted thought. So many of you feel like you have ADHD, and you might really have ADHD, but a lot of it is spiritual downloads, interrupted thought placed in your mind, a voice, a thought, a word, a message. You don't know how it got there, but you know that it has to be said. Spirit is trying to get your attention, so they're interrupting your frequency. They're trying to shake you up. Does that make sense? Okay. So here we're going to go. We're going to keep going. Are we with me? Are you guys exhausted? Do we need to do a stretch? How am I doing on time? Is this helpful, guys? Are you learning? Are you excited? All right. So we're going to hold space. We're going to tune in. We're going to tap in. We're going to really honor that time with spirit. We're going to thank them for the connection. And we're going to become aware that it's your job. It's not spirit's job to give you the message. It's your job to receive it. So when I was being called to do my purpose work, how many of you, just by, comments, feel like you are being called to serve, to do your purpose work, and to step up as an inspirational teacher of light, love, and divine connection? Anybody? Yeah. I would say everybody here, okay, is feeling that. When I was being called to my purpose work, remember, none of you existed. None of this was here. I just was feeling so pulled to numerology and angels. I couldn't get it out of my head. I just couldn't. And it was like, the more I tried to ignore it, the more I just kept thinking about it. It wouldn't go away, but it wasn't anxious. It wasn't anxiety. It just felt like the next step. So I started to study it. I started to follow great teachers. I started to join communities. I started to do my research. And I didn't know how I was going to reach all of you, but I just knew that I had to trust. And every time I felt anxious, I would say, okay, show me the way, Spirit. Wouldn't it, write this down, wouldn't it be nice if I had a community to serve? Wouldn't that be nice, Spirit? Wouldn't it be nice if I was able to speak to thousands and thousands of people? Wouldn't that be nice if I could give readings and messages and healings and help people all over the world right from my phone? Wouldn't that be nice? And I presented my questions to Spirit in that way. Wouldn't it be nice? I didn't demand it. I didn't, say, oh, it has to be this way. I said, wouldn't it be nice, Spirit? And then I would say, I am so happy and grateful now that I have 100,000 followers or more. And the reason why you need to work with Spirit, with your base, with the base, but also give room for more. When I started this journey, I only asked for 100,000 followers because I thought that that was the max number that I could reach. And Spirit gave me more. So don't get control over this. Allow them to do it. All right. So now this is your turn to learn how to trust your path. I want you to write this down. Each step that I take will lead to the next. For Spirit is creating a beautiful path for me, And as long as I follow my intuition, they will lead me to my highest timeline. Now, your assignment for the night, for the day, for the next 30 days, you're going to get a specific journal or a notepad or a section on your phone or a section on your computer. And you're going to say, developing my intuition. Each day, you have to test your intuition. Okay? Got to test it. You practice it. You got to work with it. You're going to do something you love. You're going to listen to music. You're going to walk. You're going to do crafting. You're going to do sewing. You're going to read. You're going to dance. I think I was a Latin person in my past life, because if you give me Latin music, I just go nuts. Like, I listen to Latin music at 7 a.m. and that is like my meditation. Okay. Give me a little salsa. Give me anything that gets the hips moving, and I'm happy. Read a book, do an audible, watch TV, a YouTube video, an inspirational or motivational video, audible, draw, doodle, color, paint, whatever it is. No matter what you do, you must be fully present in it. You must be paying attention, and you must let your mind go so that you can receive the messages. When you do this, it is a sacred practice with spirit. It is mindless. You're not doing emails, you're not working. When you're in this state, you will receive a message. Okay. So for example, this morning, I watched a motivational video, and during that video, I paused it like 6 times because thoughts just came to me. And those were messages because I wasn't thinking. You understand? Is this making sense? Am I am I getting the words out correctly? Yeah. You guys are getting it? Yes. Okay. So this is your commitment to listen to those nudges. And what you're going to start to see is you're going to start to see a pattern. You're going to start to see a pattern of how you interpret. I'm just checking from my team. All right. When you are finished writing down, I want you to finish it with making a comment of the emotion you feel. I feel satisfied. I feel content. I feel happy. I feel joy. I feel protected. Because you need to start to connect your feelings to the activities. All right. Now, keep a record of this journal, and you're going to start to see that when you do this, your day will go better. And when you don't do this, you're going to see that your day will have hiccups. All right. You will notice when you do this, your entire day, you will be intuitively tuned in. And this is truly how you ignite your intuition. It's not something you do on a Sunday. It's not something you do in class. You have to be committed to it. If you asked me, what do I do every single day? My tribe, they know what I do. Every single day, Monday through Friday, I give myself Saturdays off and Sundays sometimes. I start my day with either a YouTube video from one of the great spiritual teachers like Abraham Hicks, Dr. Dyer, Dolores Cannon, there's so many, right? Or I listen to my Audible book. That's it, 15 minutes every day. I don't miss a day. And if I don't do it, I feel like I'm constantly reacting to the day. So those are the 3 steps. Do you feel like you can do that? All right. Who in there is going to do it? Now, when we follow these steps, you are deepening your intuition. You are making a commitment to spirit. Like I said, we're going to recap. We start our day with intention. We're going to spend 5 or 10 or 15 dedicated to spirit, to calling home. Call home. just quieting the mind. We're going to start our day doing something we love. All right. And I really hope this class was helpful. And I hope that it showed you that this is easier than it has to be. It doesn't have to be difficult. So does anyone, before we go into our reading and our meditation and our freebies, does anybody have any questions that they would like to ask of me? And you could just raise your hand if you're on the Zoom. I can't see. Maybe Rosella can help me if they see anybody with or there's a little button down below that says raise your hand. Okay, Denise, I see you, honey. All right, Denise, I just asked to unmute you. So you got to unmute. Denise Jones. Hello.
There.
Hi, how are you?
Yes, hi. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
I can see you.
Good.
Good.
We were going over the 4 different connections:
Yeah.
emotional, thought, spiritual, intuitive, and the physical.
Yes.
You started to say something about the spiritual intuitive, and all I was really able to write was see color, and then I didn't get what physical intuitive was either. Could you go over that again, please?
So, yeah, so a mental intuitive is thought. All right. It's absolutely like someone has placed thoughts in your mind. It can come in the form of words or actual sentences. You just hear it in your mind's eye, in your third eye. A physical intuitive feels things. They feel emotion, they feel pain, they feel sadness. It really is physical and emotional are where your empaths are going to hang out. All right. Emotional empaths, they become overwhelmed. They maybe get filled with anxiety. They have a hard time expressing their emotions because it's just all this emotional energy. And spiritual intuitives are people who kind of just, they see a different energy field. They almost live in a higher conscious. They don't sit here in the 3D. They're somewhere else. They are risen. They are higher conscious beings, and they just live in a divine space. Okay. And they just have spiritual insight. But if you use all of these, then it is spiritual, like it's in spirit. So a spiritual intuitive will basically go into spirit and receive messages and just accept everything around them as a message. All right. Does that make sense? That the answer your question?
Yeah.
Perfect. And
yeah,
you know,
I've had a couple of experiences with my fingertips, and it's mostly like my index finger on my right hand, but I have had it on my left hand, and it's like a real sharp ping. The one time I knew for sure, we were headed to town and there was a funeral going on, and I knew my husband didn't want to go, but as we were going past where it was at, I was just thinking about her, and I got this a real sharp ping, and I just thought, oh, that must be her.
yeah.
And I just sent love and thankfulness to her. But other times, I'm in Alaska, and I lost my phone in a snowbank or in the driveway, and we were down looking for it, and of course I had lost it, so I didn't know where. But on my left hand, I had a finger ping, and I was just like, okay, this means something. But every time I would try flipping a quarter, when I was just trying to ask, I kept saying, it's in the house somewhere, it's in the house somewhere. Well, lo and behold, we found it under about 1 inch of snow and ice, about maybe 15, 20 feet from where I was at when my finger pinged. It's just like,
So the pain,
I don't know.
so Denise, the pain is your signal. So when you feel sharp twinges, some people will get ringing in their ears. That is a physical intuitive. How many people get ringing in their ears?
I get that.
Right? How many of you get maybe
I get that too.
yes, thank you, Denise. How many? I'm just going to mute so that I could hear everybody. How many of you get like a dizzy feeling? Like maybe like off balance, or like, oh yes, Barbara, that's a physical interpretation of energy. Okay, so what happens is the energy is coming in and it's physically disrupting you. It's physically causing a reaction in your body. All right. It really is, whether it's your fingertips. I get what I call the goosies up and down my left side. It goes right up my leg and my arms, and that's my confirmation that I am spot on. How many people do Reiki? Man, let's just call them some hot hands, right? Woo, those hands get hot. They are on fire. You are physically receiving messages and energy through your physical body. So look these signs up. Just start to become aware. Are you feeling things? Are you sensing things? Are you smelling things? Are you hearing things? And just start to develop this language. We are entering a Pluto retrograde, which is the energy of psychic development. And I want to bring in this energy. This is my new deck. My gosh, I'm so obsessed with this deck. Actually, I got this when I went to go visit the Amityville Apothecary. This is where I bought this, but you could also get it in my Amazon store. It is absolutely like, it's just like so soft and, dare I say, a little like romantic, and it's just very sensual. It just feels like love, you know? It just feels good to me when I hold it. And I think it's like pure, divine feminine beauty. And I ask that we get clarity for what we need to do for this retrograde and this new moon, and how we're going to manifest and how we're going to work on our new goals and our new desires. So the card that I have is pulled is becoming grounded to go within nature. And it says embodiment and living in connection. Like, you can't make this up. Let me just show TikTok. You can't make this up. We have to embody the fact that we are a part of everything that was, a part of everything that is, and everything that will forever be. We are he, we are she, we are divine energy, we are God, we are spirit. You are a spiritual being having a human experience, and you have to go back to your roots. You have to go back to your core, your creator. And this card right here is everything that I just said. You have to do this work. Let me ask you a question. How many of you feel that if you don't do this work, you'll be failing in some way? Or if you don't deepen this connection, you're giving up? Or if you don't develop your gifts, that someone out there is relying on you to help them? So you know what life is like without this. You know what your life was like a year ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, without this work. Why don't we all really take a commitment to say, I'm ready to experience life with this, with a team, with spiritual guides, with partners, that when I go out in nature, just sit out in my backyard, let the sun hit you for 5 minutes, you'll get a message. You can do it, and you need to do it, because your team is leading you to this path. Otherwise, you would not have found me. You know, I always use my dear Susan as an example. I love her. Hi, Susan. Susan came to me through TikTok, and she became a member of the Goddess Giving tribe community. which if I have your permission at the end of the story, I would like to talk about the tribe because I have a special offer and then I'm going to do the giveaways. Okay. So do I have your permission to tell you about the tribe? All right. When Susan came to me, I saw so much power in her. I saw so much healing abilities, but she wasn't confident and she was scared and she was nervous and she was uncomfortable and she wasn't trusting herself. And I'll never forget the time she reached out to me, and she's a Reiki master. I'm certified Reiki 1 and 2, but I didn't go for that third course. I'm not a master. Let me tell you, it takes work. You don't become a master. And all she wants to do is help. And she wasn't doing it. She created a website and someone told her it was no good. And she deleted the whole damn thing. And I yelled at her. I said, what are you doing? You're going to let one person, their judgment of you, they're not approving of you, stop you from serving thousands. Who is this person to tell you you can't? What power do they have over you? Why do they get to decide your future? And I'm using this example of Susan because I really feel very called to it, because I feel like everyone on this live is right there. You are right there. But you're thinking of who's judging you, who won't believe you, who's going to laugh at you, who's going to think you're stupid, you don't sound good, you're not pretty enough, you're old, you're not young enough, you're the blah, blah, you're the. But what about that one person who you're going to help? Is she worth it? Is he worth it? What about that young girl or that young boy who just comes across your inspirational videos or teachings and you give them hope? What about when you go to a party and you're at a family gathering and you offer advice to someone that totally changes their life? Are they worth it? So my question to you is, why wouldn't you do this? Because you have everything behind you to be successful at no matter what you want to do. And maybe you don't have to be a psychic healer. Maybe you want to write cards. You want to do inspirational greeting cards. And maybe you want to make grief memorial boxes, blankets. Maybe you want to help babies who are born stillborn and send, memorabilia to their parents, like these, to help them remember their child. My path is mine. And the message that I'm hearing every single day is stop trying to follow the path of others. It's time you stand in your power and you create your own path and you make your own map. Because it's your destiny. It's your purpose. And you may not know what it looks like. And you may not know where you're going to end up. But you are here and you are accepting the fact that you're a conscious creator with intuitive abilities. And you are going to trust that each step will lead you to your destiny. But if you don't walk the path, you're never going to get there. So with that, how do you feel? And who's excited to really step into their intuitive abilities? I am so excited that you joined me. I really can't thank you enough. And I think about my tribe and I feel that you are my tribe, whether you're on this Zoom or whether you're on TikTok or Instagram. My tribe is something that is very near and dear to me because it gives me purpose, but it has allowed me to have a safe space where I can do this in a loving energy. And I always tell my tribe, if I won the lotto, or should I say when I win the lotto, I will never, ever, ever, ever give up my tribe. I'll just do it from the beach. So I'm going to have a few offers for you being so patient and so kind and so beautiful to be on this Zoom with me, which I was so nervous to do. So the first offer is I'm giving my tribe a discounted membership for an annual yearly membership. And then I have a 6-month membership, and then I have a monthly membership. So we're going to start with the yearly. The yearly is $333 for the year, and it comes with a bonus offer of your birth chart. So anybody who signs up for the annual will get a birth chart included. Then there's the 6-month option, which is $222. And then there's the monthly option, which is $44, whichever one feels right for you. Now, you have been so patient. I'm actually going to give away a free membership. Would anyone like that? Would anyone like to receive a 1-month free membership inside my badass tribe? All right, so Rosella and Kim have been working, and they are definitely going here to pick the winners of this raffle. So here we go. It is going to be Christina Deslisa, DESS, no, Delias. Did I say that? How do I say that? Christina, are you here? Christina, where are you?
It's Destilas.
Destilas, there you are. Christina, you're the winner.
I'm all red because I'm really excited.
Oh, I'm so excited. You are the winner of the free 1 month Inside My Tribe community.
Awesome.
So do me a favor, Christina, please put your email in the chat so Rosella can grab it and Kimberly can grab it, and we're going to get you. You can't go through my links because they're all paid. So I'm just going to have to message you and email you and get you in. I'm so excited.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So that is one winner. Now, the next winner is going to receive a 30-minute one-on-one call with me. Would you like that? All right. So here we go. Let me hold on a second. Only pick one. Okay. So here we go. I have Haley Gordon. Is she? Haley.
Hi, thank you.
You're so welcome. Oh my gosh, this is going to be exciting.
Yes, that's really exciting. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Where are you calling from?
Long Island.
What? Okay, perfect. So Haley, do me a favor, put your email in the comments, and just so for Christina, when you put it, or Rosella will know it's you, but Haley, just say reading, and Christina, you say tribe. Okay. All right. So I'm feeling very, very generous tonight. I'm going to give one more thing away. All right. I'm going to give away a birth chart emailed to you. Who would like a soul chart? Anybody? Anybody? Okay. So we're going to go with Shannon Riviera. Is she here? Ah, there she is. Hi, Shannon. Oh, okay. Shannon, can you hear me? I'll unmute you. I see you down there.
Hi, yay, I'm so excited. Thank you so much for your time. This has been an amazing experience.
You're welcome. Shannon, where are you from?
I'm from Nebraska, originally from upstate New York in Syracuse.
Well, I went to Oneonta, upstate New York.
Nice.
It's not close to Syracuse. It's more near Albany, but
Yeah.
it's still upstate.
Yeah.
So Shannon, do me a favor and put your email in the comments, and in that section, just write soul chart.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
And then I will email you. So I still have a couple things I want to do before we all end this. I just want to thank everybody. You know, the tribe is my baby. It's where I teach, it's where I heal. If you like this, inside the tribe, every Monday I go live for a live healing, a live teaching, and a live like intuitive reading, new moon reading, full moon reading, numerology reading. And this is where I develop your intuition. Anybody here who wants to check out my stuff, you go to thegoddessgiving.com. It is a safe space. It's where I help you grow. And here's the thing, if you're a part of my tribe, and if I ever do any paid events, you get to come. Like if I do a paid workshop, you get to come for free. Isn't that nice? Okay. I take care of my tribe and I love you all very much. And I want to thank you for giving up your precious time. I enjoyed this class. I hope you enjoyed this class as much. Please make sure you go onto my website, thegoddessgiving.com, and subscribe. Every month I give out a free newsletter with the numerology energy of the month. I have a lot of blogs over there. If you want to see anything that is in my live, even this shirt, this is one of my favorite shirts from Amazon. It's in my Amazon store. It was like 19 bucks. All right. Can't go wrong with that. Make sure you read my blog. I just put out a beautiful blog with the Goddess Giving connection with the Amityville Apothecary Shop. If you want to shop there, you're going to get 15% off with code GoddessGiving15. Another book that I would love for you all to read. This is a really good book. It's The 8 Secrets to Powerful Manifesting. I don't know if you guys know Mandy Morris. She's on TikTok, as well as her husband, Oliver. They're the kindest people. All right. I've actually really connected with them and become friends with them. And honestly, her book, just hearing her story was really powerful. So if you go in, I have it already in my Amazon shop. You're going to be getting an email with the offers. But if you can't wait for that email, then go to goddessgiving.com and sign up today, thegoddessgiving.com. And I want to tell you, oh my God, one more. I totally forgot. Rosella, you're the best. Kim, you're the best. Oh my God, this is why I have an amazing team. Okay, so my readings start out at $200 and they go on up to $444. Okay. As a gift to all of you and to thank you for giving me your time and your support, I'm going to be opening up for the next 48 hours mini sessions for $111 for one-on-one readings. Okay. It's available. It's only going to be on my website for 48 hours, but you can book it in July if you wanted to. Okay. You don't have to have the reading within 48 hours, but it's only going to be available for the next 48 hours. All right. Because I'm only offering it to you guys. So everybody else, like, the people on TikTok, you get it too. And you guys get it too. All right. So if you really want that one-on-one reading, I would take advantage of that. All right. It will be shut off in 48 hours. So with that, you are so welcome, guys. I love you all. And I want to leave you with this one thought. If you could have anything, if you could be anything, if you can do anything, try to imagine what that would be. And then tonight, I want you to ask Spirit to lead you to that path or something better. Wouldn't it be nice if I was a world-renowned famous author? Wouldn't it be nice, Spirit? And let's start playing with this like we did when we were kids. Let's start imagining, wouldn't it be nice if I had no debt? Wouldn't it be nice if I drove a BMW X7 white with leather interior? Come on, Spirit. Wouldn't it be nice? And let's just start co-creating this magical life with Spirit. All right, guys, I'm pretty damn proud of myself. It is 9 o'clock. I kept it at 90 minutes. You guys
Maria has a question, I think.
Oh, okay. We have questions. Thank you. Who has a question? Maria raised her hand. So how do I unmute you, Maria? Hold on. Ask to unmute. I'm getting good at this. I'm not good at Zooms, guys. I'm good at lives. Zoom is a whole nother beast. There's all this multitasking going on. All right, Maria, can you hear me, love?
I could, yeah.
So let me see if I can. Hi, Maria. How are you?
just want to say thank you. Thank you for allowing us to be here and just thank you. But everyone's question, do you see love? What do you see? And I'll definitely get a reading. I'll book it soon.
Thank you. Maria, where are you calling from?
I'm in Pennsylvania.
Maria, do you have a dog?
Yes, I do. He just passed.
Yeah, I see a dog around you.
Oh, okay.
And it's like as if it's like hugging you and kissing you and loving you.
My baby Yorkie just passed 3 weeks ago.
Holy crap, huh? Maria, your dog
Yeah.
is with you. All right.
Yeah.
I need you to know. I know that was probably hard for you.
Yeah.
You know, I have 2 dogs, but our pets
Are our
never
babies.
leave us. They never leave. Were you thinking of planting something in the backyard, like a memorial for your Yorkie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He wants to, it's a boy, right?
A boy. Yeah.
He wants to thank you for that. He likes that idea.
Okay. Thank you.
Right. And would you like tulips? I see tulips.
Yes, I do.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. I got goosies. So, okay. So right now, you are witnessing, trusting your intuition. Okay. I didn't have to say that to her. I could have been wrong, but I saw it. And right now, my whole left leg feels like, you know, the little goosies, like what are they called? Why can't I think of the name? Pins and needles?
Yeah.
When your arm hairs go up. Why can't I think of the name?
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps. Thank you. Okay. So Maria, that is confirmation that your departed pet, your beloved Yorkie, is with you. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome, sweetheart. And thank you for that beautiful, kind words.
Okay.
All right. We got another question. We're going to ask Donna. What's up, Donna? How are you? Okay. Let's see. Can you hear me? Hold on. Ask to unmute. I think I muted you by mistake. Okay. Hi, Donna.
How are you?
I am good. Where are you calling from?
Technically Florida, but I'm originally from New York.
Oh, where in New York?
Lindenhurst.
Another Long Islander. I love it. I love it. Do you still have family here?
Yeah, I do. My mother still has one of her sisters
So
up
when
there.
you come to New York, we'll have to meet up. So what is your question?
How do we review this, the recording that you did, so that this way, like, we can go back and take notes again?
Great question. So once this is over, I'm going to download it, and then I'm going to send out probably, I think Rosella or Kim, maybe within 48 hours, they'll get the replay, or they should expect it when?
I'm here. I would say by Friday. It'll be.
Okay, you'll get the replay by Friday. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you, Donna. Okay, Jamie, my Jamie, how are you? Beautiful. Jamie, I met on TikTok. I mean, I think I met everybody on TikTok.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
are you? Jamie's an author. You
I-
are.
Okay, I'm a mama, I got the mama spirit. I literally have one at my feet right now. She's back here. Here.
Hi,
Say hello.
sweetie.
Hello. She's on everything. How as a mama and our spirits and our energy are just going towards everything else? How can you give me anything just to, that's what I'm having a lot of trouble with, is just, I'm pulling to them constantly, and giving that 15 minutes, how do you?
Perfect. And you might not like this answer. So
It's okay.
So Jamie has just asked, and I just want to restate it for TikTok because I have TikTok live going on. As a busy mom with young children or older children, she feels constantly pulled. Okay. And Jamie, what I'm seeing is like that airplane, where they say, okay, you put your mask on first and then you help your children. So what's happening right now is you're tending to your children first before you're tending to yourself. Okay. And you're running out of energy, you're running out of steam because you're not filling up your cup. You are literally trying to give everybody water from an empty cup. And I would like to sit there and say that you have to come up with works for you, but I'm going to give you 3 examples of what worked for me, because how many people here have children and they're constantly running to soccer and to dance and to school, CVS and Stop and Shop and all this other crap and Target. Like we're just cooking and it's just a lot. So I had to learn that in the beginning, I had to bring spirit into my day. What does that mean? How many of you drive your kids to school? Okay. You drop them off. Now you're alone in the car. Put on an Audible. Put on your YouTube video. Okay. Why can't that be the time that we have conversation with spirit? How many times do you take a shower? Every single day. That should be your time with spirit. But for my busy mamas with young children, I'm going to challenge you to wake up 15 minutes before they get up. Start there. Go into your kitchen, do the lunches, the dishes, what I call the mindless morning routine. You have your mindless morning, right? You go into autopilot, put your earbuds on, the kids are still sleeping, and listen as you're doing your mindless routine, folding laundry, whatever it may be. If you are not finding that there's no time, then maybe you need to start taking a walk just on Saturdays or Sundays and do it one day a week when your partner or your spouse is with your children. You deserve that. Or you go food shopping, sit in your car for 10 more minutes, don't come home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Here's what I'm going to say to you, Jamie, and this is why you're not going to like it. Because there is no right answer. I can't tell you where you can carve in 5, 10, or 15 minutes. But you have to decide that you're worth it and that it's critical and that it's important for yourself. It's important for your soul. It's important for your mind, your body, and your spirit. And it's important for your family. Because if you do this, Jamie, you're going to be a better mother, a better friend, a better daughter, a better partner, because your cup is full. And just because you haven't done it doesn't mean it's not going to be hard, but you've got to start making space for it and give yourself grace. 1 day a week. Okay, that wasn't so bad. 2 days a week. 3 days a week. You get where I'm going?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you have does your daughter in a stroller?
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah.
Can you take her for a walk and just keep that as, nature time?
Yeah, definitely.
So just keep trying, Jamie. And here's
Okay.
what I'm going to tell you. If it feels good, then it's for you. If it feels bad, it's not your path. If it feels like one more damn thing that I have to do, it is not spiritually aligned.
Yeah.
If you're putting this on a list and you're not enjoying it, you're not connecting to it, it's not your spiritual path. Okay. It has to feel good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Perfect.
definitely. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I have another question from, I think that says Lavina. Hi, Lavina. Let's see if I can unmute you.
Hello. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Where are you calling from?
Joliet, Illinois.
How cool is that? I've never been there, but I'm sure it's amazing.
It's okay.
What's your question?
I just wanted to thank you for hosting tonight. It was really, it helped out a lot. When you were talking about taking the time to talk to spirit, it really made me cry because, I lost my parents and my sister, and it really made me think that I just need to take the time and talk to them every single day.
Was one of them a smoker?
Yes.
All right, so I'm sensing smoke. Was that your father?
Both. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so they're with you, they're laughing, and they're having a good time. They've not left you, okay? They just had to do their work from the other side. They're not in pain, they're not suffering, okay? And they know that you're struggling, and they want you to see this as you're doing your work here, they're doing their work there. And they're trying to help you. And they're trying to get you to feel a life that's more fulfilled and like a little, more balanced. They want you to have more balance in your life, okay? They want you to get out more and start having some more fun.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome, guys. And speaking of, Jamie said, oh, well, how do you do it? Well, first of all, I don't have an office anymore because my basement was destroyed by the floods in New York and we still haven't rebuilt it. So I am in the corner of my bedroom. Okay. I have been preparing for this live for days. So I had to make chicken cutlets for dinner. I did that at 3:30 this afternoon. All right. I made sure I was ready. I was up, like I prepared for this. So I need you to think of your 5 or your 10 minutes or your 15 minutes as preparing. That's it. You have to do this work because if you don't, you're not going to get the messages. All right, guys. Any other questions? I think Kayleen has one. Awesome.
Hi.
Hi, Kayleen. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Good. So I guess
Wait,
it's
Kayleen,
more
hold on
asking.
one second. Were you from TikTok this afternoon?
I've been in your TikTok before.
You have.
And I'm usually always in a soul session. I love it doesn't matter if I'm driving, I'll put it on and I'll play it in my car. Obviously, I'm not texting or anything, but I love listening to it.
I love it. Thank you. That means a lot.
No, it does more for me than you can imagine. So I just want to ask you for just advice.
Sure.
So I'm actually going for holistic life coaching.
I love
and very exciting. It's taken me a long time to really figure out my soul's path. And you know what it is? Like I can hear my intuition. I hear my guides and it's like they believe in me. And as I'm doing these practice coaching sessions, I look very confident. I seem very sure of myself, but there's still this like slight fear or doubt in what I'm saying. I feel like I'm not doing enough, or like, do you know what I mean by that?
I do.
So,
You're always going to feel that way. Okay. Because your work, here's what I'm going to say to you, Kayleen. When you step into, and everybody listening, the spiritual space and you do this work, you are a messenger. You are the light in between. You are a guide. So you have to remove yourself from this work because it's not you doing it, it's coming through you. Okay. So you have to allow it to come through. One of the things that I heard right away, and if you saw, I kind of tilted my head because I try to listen. I don't know if anybody visually saw me do that while she was asking the question. I kind of was like listening. I heard the words human design. And they want you to kind of create your own path. So they want you to become a specialist in something. Have you ever thought of human design?
I've looked into it. I know a little bit about it, more from not really on the informative aspect. I've learned about it in a way how you can figure out your gifts. And funny enough, I literally have very open crown chakra.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So I see you making these charts for people as part of your coaching. So you said, I feel like I need to be doing more. I don't think you need to do more. I think you just need to put it all together, if this makes sense. And I feel like there's a missing piece, which in reality, okay, so you're coaching, you do spiritual coaching, but I feel like you finish the sessions and like, you're walking away without giving them something that they can tangibly have, like a strategy or a structure or something that they can hold on to. And that is what I'm seeing the human design as, that piece. Okay. Kayleen, you have to understand you are enough. And everything you do is to help that person, because what you're doing is what they need. So I want you to see it as what you gave them was not that you needed to give them more. It's what they were willing to receive. You gave them exactly what they needed. Did that just click for everybody? You can only give what a person is willing to receive. And you're meeting people where they're at. How many of you have children and you want to help them? You want them to see the light, but just do it this way. Just do it this way. But they're not open to it.
I've always said this, a person, as much as we cannot fix somebody, we can guide somebody, but you have to want to help yourself.
Yes.
You should only want to change for yourself, because if you're doing it for another reason or a person specifically, that's not going to work out. You need to be doing it for yourself, for your soul, for your passions.
Amen.
So,
well, I think that that is spot on, and I couldn't have said it better myself. And I think that everybody here received a lot. You got a lot of value. We have this beautiful connection, this beautiful tribe. And I want to thank you guys, because I think that's the perfect way to end it, that we're not here to fix or solve. We're not here to do anything other than create a path for ourselves that create more joy, more love, more light for ourselves. And when we create this path for ourselves, everybody that's around us will improve because of our love. Our light is so strong. We are going to light that path up for everybody else. So with that, guys, I want to say thank you. I freaking love you. I believe in you. And I am so excited to get to know you guys in any way, any platform. This is the first Zoom that I've done, and it won't be the last. So thank you. I love you. Bye, guys. All right. Good night, everybody. Bye.